story right.
That's what really happened.
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Phenomenal.
You can get it in a hole or up a pole. You can get it doing nothing at all. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. A long, cold Vic.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the center. Or that whole delicious golden K-Time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you? Crack pack. You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
Professor, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Kent.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. It's a big show tonight. I see the man waiting in the wings there. I will bring him in just a minute. He looks very well attired, too, as am I, by the way, can I just say. Still available on my shop. But we're not here to talk about the Lucent tonight. Hail, says Quantum Age Comics. S. Harper. Very nice shirt, Mike. Thank you. Thank you. We are here to help our very good friend, Mr. John's Longbox. Launch his second installment of Heroic Tales, and we're all very excited about it. I can tell by how many people are here already. Fantastic to see. We did just get a Zaid raid. Thank you very much to Phil and Brandon for sending all the fellas and ladies. Angela might have come over. I'm not sure. Hope Amanda's here. This will all be kicking off at 1:15. So I'm on a little bit of a time crunch here, so let me very quickly just say hello to, well, obviously our first champion, Mark's Music Obsession, extending his lead up to 32. I'll very quickly say hello to Felix Huss, the Link Master, who is putting in the what's it called there, the old Linkaroonie. I'll pin that there. Thank you very much, Felix. Who else do I got here? I've got Bretsky the Great. We've got S. Harper, aforementioned. I see Darkside is here. Zacton is here. Hail Mobigs, the Golden Wrench. Tacitus there over on Rumble. And let's say hello to Citizen. And let's say hello to Rob. The fat bastard is late again. Surprise. Hello, everyone. Hope you... With friends like Rob, John, who needs enemies, you know?
He's
you know
calling you fat.
Man, I wish I was as fat as you.
Well, you only ever see me from here up,
Oh,
and
that's
I
true.
only dress in black.
You might be pear shaped. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not actually. I'm more Minecraft, just like block shaped. That's
Oh, there you
really,
go.
you know, that's fine.
First,
I
thank
like
you.
your attire, by the way.
Yes.
Dressed as the patriarch there.
Yes, I got the patriarch shirt. I got
That shirt is available on the campaign, isn't it?
as the Mary Sue shirt. But when
There
I
we
wear
go.
this, it just creates a white glow, and nobody can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, then you get that angelic look upon your face. Mark's Music Obsession just wants to say hello, Bogan brothers. And you had set up the campaign to go live at 1:15, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we got 7 minutes.
Apparently,
If all works well, yes.
it's already live. So I think we don't just even just like go right in, because by the looks of it, let me refresh here and make sure this is 100% true.
Nope. They're on Heroic Tales 1, I think, because
Oh, there you go. Yeah, got you guys. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't think it says the campaign has not started yet.
yeah,
I've got it
Zero
right
Backers.
here.
Oh, I hope there's not a glitch.
Maybe he's gone forward in time. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
said
maybe it's live where you are. You're in tomorrow, right?
That's right. Yeah, because we are in the future.
Right.
We are in the future, so that could happen. He says, wink, wink. I don't know. Not live yet. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, that's what,
Felix said it was live too, but I've got he might have the.
Well, I have it set that I'll be pinging, and I hope to be awake all night listening to pings.
That's what we love. There was that. Felix says, yes, it's live. That's weird. What's going on there? Maybe it's live for some people, not. I don't know. Well, the campaign is up, but it says the campaign is not started yet. That's how it works over on.
Right. If you go to Fund My Comic, there's Heroic Tales 1. It's still a story, but Heroic Tales 2 is not yet live. So make sure you know where you are, because I still want to be able to sell Heroic Tales 1. So Heroic Tales 1 is still active as a store. Maybe I should shut it down. What do you think, Michael? You're a pro.
Well, can you get Heroic Tales 1 on this campaign?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Well, here's what I'll say.
I have to then,
The reason why I didn't shut down Heroic Tales 1 is if you want to get 1 and read it fast, I ship it out, because Heroic Tales 1.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Then keep it up. That's
and if you want to get them both and save on shipping, which I totally understand, you're gonna wait till the end of the campaign. So
yeah, that makes sense. Shadowpunk said he was back in number 1. Well, we'll find out in 5 minutes anyway. It's all going to be.
Maybe it logs them and it'll register them when it goes live.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried. It doesn't it says you can choose rewards. I don't know what happens if you do it. Haven't tried that yet.
If Shadowpunk is 1, that's so cool. His comic is awesome, so that would be awesome.
It says 2. I mean, I can refresh. I don't think it's going to do anything, but yeah, Zero back is still okay. We're good. We have time. Let's play this trailer, get people in the mood. Cool. And we've got about 4 minutes left before this thing all kicks off. Thank you everybody for being here, and please share it out. Let everyone know that John is launching this in a matter of minutes, and let's get as many people on in day 1. Billy, I will be playing the countdown. You know it. Even if it's already live, we always play the countdown. Let's play the trailer first. There is the t-shirt aforementioned. I like that music that you put on there.
it's become like the unofficial theme of Heroic Tales. It's just like so jazzy and happy. It kind of
Well,
reminds
this is a Golden Age inspired kind of story, isn't it? So it has
Bronze Age.
Bronze Age. Well, it has that. Yeah, I mean, I guess they sort of mix into each other.
Yeah, it's Bronze Age inspired blue sky superheroes is like the tagline. You know, it's before deconstructioning. You know, it's just imagine Spider-Man fighting Dr. Octopus. I'm gonna try as each issue expands. I want to try to get like some philosophical points put in. You know, the character is inspired by Marcus Aurelius and the Roman Empire and stuff. So I want to drip some of that in. I had to scale it back. My original first issue, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get to do a second issue. So I threw in all my themes and everything, and people were like, this is nuts. This makes no sense. So I pulled way back. So
Pad it down.
Yeah. You get excited, when.
Oh, trust me, you don't have to explain it to me. I know how it goes. Tessa says it looks pretty cool with a touch of fan service to make it even more fun.
Thank you.
And as you said, you are introducing a new character,
Yes.
Mary Sue. I wonder where you got that name from.
Right, Mary Sue. Where do you go when you're already perfect?
I love it.
So Mary Sue.
All right, I think we're like getting very close.
1 minute.
I think I'm just going to start the count because I think the countdown goes for about 40 seconds. So everybody strap in, buckle in, get ready, all that stuff. And let's do it. Let's launch Heroic Tales comic book number 2. Turn it up. Put your headphones in. Let's do it.
Here we go.
And Fund My Comic comes through perfectly. It went live exactly as it said it would.
Yeah.
And there is the link there on the screen. It's also pinned in Felix's pin on the chat. It's in the description. You can go and back it right now. And if you do, please give us that backer number in the chat. I think they do give backer numbers. If they don't, I can't remember on Fund My Comic. Just say you're number 1 and we'll count it like that.
Yeah.
Come and claim it.
Everybody's number 1. Everybody's number 1 when you back her up.
If you want it, come and claim it. Let's go. Absolutely. It is live now, as you said. Mo says, to avoid confusion, I've canceled my authorized Bancroft biography, The Gatriarch. Oh, no. We were going to go on tour with that. Oh, that's a shame. It's live. It's here. And there it is. Felix does indeed have the link. Now, someone earlier, I think it was Harper, said he's been deciding for the last 30 minutes what cover to get. You have some absolute.
I got a notification. Somebody's number 1. I'm going to look it up and give the official number 1 count.
Well, don't dox them because they might be.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
They're allowed to dox.
I'm excited. I'm making bad decisions.
Now you sold. I think you sold a few hundred to 200 or 300 on the first one.
Yeah, I was on for number 1. I was on your channel. We launched and I hit the $1,000 gold in the hour.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so we hit the goal, and I did. I think I hit $8,000 altogether on all 3 platforms, and I had just over 300 backers. So I'm trying. I had 5 covers. You know what I mean? So I toned it down a little bit. So I'm trying to get more.
Just backers. 4 now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more backers. That
Raiden Radio has got the coveted backer number, spot. So I guess he got the catch up tier. He could be back in number 1. I don't know. We could do a refresh. I don't think this one refreshes automatically, so I'll just
All right, we got
do that, see
four
what it says.
backers.
All right. We got 4 backers in, $122 in, 12% funded. It's very easy when you have $1,000 funding goal.
Right.
To figure it out. Excellent. Yeah, guys, shout yourself out so we can shout you out in the chat, and let's get some buzz building here. As we said, we're going to meet Mary Sue. We're going to learn all about her. In this, and this is a flip book, correct? Is that
Correct.
the back cover?
If I was just looking, the number 1 is a real name. I don't want to dox anybody unless they don't mind, but number 1 is a real name. So if it was like Mr. Comic Book 566, I would say it, but it's somebody's real name. So I don't want to.
Ernest says he was first, maybe. He said he was that quick. I don't know.
Ernest, you are 1, 2, you're number 3.
You're number 3. He thought he was quick, but there's just people out there. We don't know how they do it sometimes. Henry Bemis, how do I tell them about what my backer number is? I think it might be on an email or it might not be. I can't remember. And that's the one thing about Fund My Comic that they don't provide.
If you tell me if you private message me your real name, I'll tell you what your number is, Henry Bemis. But as of right now, anybody who backed is in the top 10.
There you go. Now, we were just saying, look at this. This is a friggin' flip book.
It's a flip book. So scroll down. It'll show it. Scroll down.
Okay. Let me go. Where are we? There we go. What?
So you see that? Every comic has 2 covers. I know I could probably have made more money by making 4 books, but I don't know. The comic is split in half. It's half Patriarch, it's half Mary Sue. So I thought it would be cheesy to make a Patriarch cover, then make you pay another $10 for a Mary Sue. So I said, you know what? The fairest thing, and I think the funnest thing, is to make it a flip book.
No, I like it. I haven't seen that in a while. I'll hang on a sec. Now, S. Harper says he's back at number 7, but Shadowpunk says he's 007.
Oh, there you go.
I guess these two are going to have to fight it out.
It can only be one. It's
I know, right? Oh, we got Paul in the house. He's actually coming on tomorrow. Back this book. Indeed do.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? And also get Project Now. Oh, I got to back Project Now, sis. I'll do that now.
It's actually, we had for the last 6 months, there's been hardly any new books coming out. Everyone just decided, you know what, I'm just going to take it easy for 6 months. And now it's an absolute cavalcade. It's an avalanche of new crowdfund. Zacton, is it possible to edit an order if you want to add on more add-ons later?
You could cancel it and then start all over again.
Yeah, that's usually, unfortunately, what people have to do on crowdfunding platforms.
Zacton, if you have a problem, message me and we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Yeah, he might another thing you can do, which it's created to create. I'm not putting this on to John, but another thing you can do is you can just sort of back again and then give him a message, and he might be able to refund the extra shipping at a later date. But
make sure you message me. I don't want anybody to get screwed on shipping twice, especially if you live in Canada or something like that.
Or Australia.
Is Australia real?
No comment.
Can you see the Arctic ice wall that separates us from the lands beyond on the
only if I go down to Tasmania, and that's why we don't go down there, because they're weird down there.
You see the mountains of madness.
Yeah, and that's where all we used to be a penal colony. That's where all the convicts go now. They get they have to go serve on.
It's funny that Australia says that, but the United States was also a penal colony. Did you know that? Did you know that in England, if you got arrested, they would give you a choice. They would match you up with an arrested prostitute. You marry this prostitute and go to America. So America was founded by religious fanatics and criminals marrying prostitutes. So,
I mean, apart from the syphilis, it doesn't sound like that bad of a deal,
right? What's a scam or two among a married couple, right?
Marcus Kellegrew just backed. Amazing. Mo says creators are so patriotic they want to wait until there's the less temptation to use a Chinese printer. Yeah, don't use Chinese printers, especially now. Trump is cracking down.
Yeah, I'm printing in Michigan.
Excellent. I'm printing in Australia too, so we're all being very patriotic and nationalistic here. Let me do a refresh because it sounds like we got a bunch of new backers come in. Up to 9, 41% funded. John, I think it could happen again. It could happen again if people keep backing a penal colony. Did I say penal? A bit of both. All right.
If
Not
you
sure
want
what
multiple
place.
copies of the same issue, buy it once and then go down to the add-on. So you're not going to be charged $10 shipping per extra issue.
Yeah, they do have a cart function on this site, I believe. So you
Right.
can
See,
do that.
My friend just said he bought 5 copies and he got $50 in shipping. Meanwhile, he lives down the block. I'm just going to hand it to him.
And the $50 note.
Yeah.
What not sure what place were entered, but I back. Thank you. What geeks do. Thank you for backing nonetheless. $10, great price point. How long is the book all in all? How long is issue 2?
It's going to be as close to 40 pages.
Okay, so you get about 20 pages for each character.
The Mary Sue story is 15 to 16 pages, and the Patriarch story I think is 20 pages, 22 pages. There's going to be a letters page. If anybody wants a letter issued, it's not too late. Email me at heroicmails@yahoo.com, and I'll put in a letter. I'll publish an old letters page. I'm old fashioned. I want to talk about that. I got 3 letters so far. Probably could fit like 5 or 6. I'll do 2 pages, front and back if I get enough letters. I just think that would be fun to actually have letters. And I have some more fake ads that
Are you gonna do a soapbox? Are you gonna do
Well, I'll write a soapbox if I don't get enough letters.
What's up, Angela? Great to see you here. Zacton says it looks like it's adding shipping for both covers. Yeah, I think you got to do the add-on thing. I think that's what John said.
Oh, if you want to buy both covers, there's a bundle deal. Scroll down.
All right.
So this
there you go.
So this is a cosplay cover. That's a bundle. Choose the bundle deal. If you guys got screwed, cancel your order, and then do the bundle deal. So this is you could get both covers, and then here's add-on choices for issue 1. So this is, I'm pointing like you can see, but this is right here your choice of a cover. So this is issue 1 while supplies last. The box opens and you pick the letter of the cover. But if you scroll up a little bit, Michael, if you want both covers, here's $20 and then 1 shipping. So if you buy cover A and then you go and you do cover B as 2 different things, you're going to get hit shipping twice. So if you did that, cancel and reorder, or let me know that you want 2 more comics, whatever you guys want. Just make sure that you communicate with me. But so I wanted to make a bundle deal where you could get both covers and not get hit with shipping.
What if, because you got some really cool, look, you got a bunch of different variants on here as well. So what if they want issue 2, but both of these covers,
That's the bundle deal. There's only 2 comics. There's the rental cover, and then there's the variant cover, the A cover and the B cover. But each one, you know what I mean? It's a flip book. So there's 4 covers, but only 2 comics.
But that bundle is issue 1 and 2 together. I'm saying 2 issue 2s together. You might want to add that because people are going to want to back both.
Okay, I'm messaging my guy right now to add that. Okay.
Yeah. Raiden says just buy 5 copies and read them vigorously. I suggest reading all comics vigorously. Yeah, there we go. Ernest says the same thing. It's 1 and 2, not A and B. Yeah, that's what you want as well. You want a bundle of the Jose Garcia and I'm telling you, Josh Howard covers, and the Renzo. They're both Renzo covers. So those in a bundle, and I think will be golden. Yes, I want both, please, says Angela. And then we'll definitely get there. Do I want to know what we mean by vigorously? Probably not. Just use the old imagination.
If you could scroll down a little bit. So this is Martina. Oh, scroll down to the picture of the girl. The real. This is there you go. This is going to be a cosplay cover. This is not the final cover. This because literally she took these pictures like a couple of days ago, and we didn't have a time to do the cover yet. This is a placeholder. She took a bunch of pictures of herself as Mary Sue, and we're gonna make a cosplay cover. I sent a T-shirt to Joe Sontag to have him to make a cosplay of the Patriarch, but he covered his face with his hat and everything like that. He's just posing like I'm selling.
He does have that beard. Is that why he's been growing that beard out?
So he didn't understand this. So I only have a cosplay because I was going to make it on the back. It was going to be Joe Sontag as the Patriarch, but he's got his face. You can't see his face. So I'm like, he didn't get what I was asking him to do. So just we're gonna have a Mary Sue cosplay cover. So
all right, that'll be coming soon.
I hope to have that image up. And scroll down. I'll show everybody the rewards or different add-ons. This is $10. You could get the additional covers. From issue 1. I still have. I have. A lot of some. I have few of others. Of the covers. I'm actually working on a second printing cover that should be here. I got plenty of these pint glasses. I ordered way too many for my first campaign.
How many? Tell us.
I ordered 72, and I have about half left. So,
that's not too bad. If you have a party, you'll have a lot of heroic tales,
and they're quality pint glasses. Scroll down more, we'll see what else there is.
For anyone who doesn't know how big a pint glass is, it's pretty big.
Yeah, we got these coins that if you can see right here, they're the size of like a quarter. So I got I just love coins. So I'm gonna make coins like with the symbols for all my characters. Oh, Paul, I still need. Yeah, Paul is he lives next to Paul. You got to come to my house. I was off for 6 weeks and you didn't come over. So he only lives 10 minutes away.
Dr. Mark Retro Alexa backer something for the Josh Howard cover. Good luck, John. Thank you very much, Dr. Mark. You're probably on about backer number 10, I reckon. Somewhere around there. So thank you very much.
I still got plenty of these. I call these the small coins, the Patriarch. And then I made these coins because if you ever want to use Norse Foundry to make these coins, they take so long. So I panicked and didn't think that they were going to get here in time. So I made these big challenge coins. So these are big.
Let me get your full screen.
These are huge.
Oh, that's like a card topper when you're playing poker.
Yeah, this is huge. It's heavy. It's quality. But I only made 12 of them, and I think I sold 4 so far. So
there you go. So that's a hot ticket item. If you want that, don't wait on it.
Yeah,
we are sitting at 50% funded.
Wow.
Thank you, Mo. 12 backers so far. So you're probably about number 10. Someone tell Luke to add back. And I know, right? It's actually quite difficult. I stressed about it for a day trying to get backer numbers to work properly on my site, because it's a Shopify site. And it's like there's no thing where it says, we want to do live streams where we congratulate people on the order in which they back. That's not a thing that exists anywhere else. So it's not really in anyone's wheelhouse. But we love it. And there's the t-shirt you're wearing. Can we see the back of that thing? It's actually a full. Let's have a look. He's got the cape on the back.
Yeah, it took forever to I wanted to have it for my first campaign, but nobody understood what I was asking for. They put a little copy of this triangle like right here. So I had to look all over, and finally one place understood what I was asking for. And once I found them, they made them pretty quick. But people like, no, nobody could do that. Nobody could do that. I'm like, people could do that. I've seen like those big Cyberfrog t-shirts with like full art all over. I was like, they could make my Patriarch shirt. But
yeah, Jake Hyperwizard, who does Carnal, he loves these things as well. The all over t-shirt, that's all he wears.
Yeah, they're called sublimated. So they take the pieces of fabric and dye them and sew them together. So this isn't going to come off in the wash. You know what I mean? This isn't just like an iron-on decal.
Baked in.
That is
AGE Comics just backed cover A.
Thank you
very much, Paul.
Thank you.
Love to see it. And you can also get the Mary Sue cover for
that's the Mary Sue shirt. That's the character that's debuting in this issue. She's my response to every female's a Mary Sue. So I was like, all right, I'm making a full-on Mary Sue. Now you can't call her a Mary Sue. But she's mostly like, I just don't like how they portray the Scarlet Witch. Her powers were vastly different when Stan and Jack created her, and now she's just the Deus Ex Machina machine.
She's almost omnipotent at this point.
So what I did was I'm making an omnipotent character, but from the get-go.
Now, we were speaking about vigorous activities earlier. We'll get to the contents of the page after we go through these perks, but I'm just looking over here, seeing a little bit of sweat beading down these brows here on the left. Looks like there's been some vigorous activities happening in the story. There's a trading card set too.
Yes. So these are the 7 cards that I made as stretch goal cards for the first issue. So that's going to be my pattern going on. Like I'm making 20 cards for this campaign. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead. And so once I hit $3,000, every $1,000 I'm going to release another card. And and then the next campaign you could buy all 20 in a pack or 10 or whatever you want. So right now, these 7 cards for $10, you could get the cards for the issue 1 set. And on the back of the cards, like I have my role-playing stats for the role-playing game. So if you ever play Villains Vigilantes, and I'm sure this game came out before most of you were even born.
Never heard of it, John.
Yeah, it's a role-playing game by Fantasy Games Unlimited. It came out in 1983. To me, it was perfect when it came out, so they didn't need to constantly update it, and that's perfection killed the game. You know what I mean? Like they didn't need to do the 2nd editions and 3rd editions and 4th edition. I'm obsessed with this game. It's the only role-playing game I play. I play Dungeons & Dragons using these rules. So I actually called the owner, got his permission to do this. So I'm not doing anything sneaky. Yeah. And he went up to me. He said, how about when you get like 4 or 5 issues done, we make a Villains and Vigilantes supplement? Because he still publishes the game. It's it's just real niche, and I was like, I would love to make a Villains Vigilantes module.
That's pretty amazing. He's still doing it after 42 years or something.
Yeah. I was amazed he's still alive because I remember him being an old man when I was a kid. This is the Boss Moxie original artwork. This is
Renzo normally does digital, doesn't he? So
he does digital. He also does pencils. He says he wants to do more pencils because it's faster, but it's easier to do corrections. You're an artist, so you understand. Yeah. So Renzo keeps asking me. He's like, John, do you want me to do pencils or do you want me to do digital? And I'm like, that's your business. I'm not a micromanager. I said, but we could sell your artwork if you do it. So I said, whatever you want to do. And since Renzo lives in Mexico, he sends, I bought a page from him. So he sent me a big bundle of artwork, it was $100 to ship it. So he just said, I'm going to send you all my artwork and I'll sell it for him. So I'm acting as Renzo's art agent. If you could see, I got some of Tony Waves art. Mark Polton said, don't put that up for sale. I want it. So one page already went before the campaign went live. This is a pencil, from issue 1. So cool to see all this stuff. This is the card of Moll. Her real name is Molly Cusack, and people keep asking about that character. So yes, her story is going to be expanded, and oh my god, that's going to make people's jaws drop.
She was a bit of a popular character from the
first she didn't have any words. I just told Renzo, Boss Moxie has 3 hot hench girls, a redhead, a black girl, and a blonde. That's it. That's all the thought that I put into him, and he drew, and he just drew her, and people just like her. So I was like, okay, the sexy redhead. What comic book fan doesn't like the sexy red? So I have a whole backstory for her. I have a backstory for all of them now. Hers is the poor blonde. I feel bad for her. Poor blonde.
People prefer redheads. We know that.
Yeah, redheads
in comics.
This is the first page. I want to buy them all. If I'm telling you guys, if these don't sell, I'm buying these pages.
Yeah, they don't sell. At least you get to keep them.
Yeah. Well, I gotta pay them. They're Renzo's. I gotta buy them all.
Ryan Criscow in the house. He says, "What's up? Heroic Tales is a great read. I can't wait for the next issue." Well, it is here, Brian, and I believe we're over 50% funded.
And Brian makes a comic called 6 Gun Gorilla that was. He gave me a big trade paperback from it. And I said, I'm going to start this tonight. I could not go to bed until I finished reading that. It was so good. So good. See, this is a page from Coney Waves. This isn't Heroic Tales.
This is basically, there's a whole library of Renzo art attached to
Right.
this campaign. So if you are into original art, go through and scroll. We're going to spend all night if we try and scroll through it ourselves, because it seems like there's a whole lot of it. So I'm going to go back up to the top,
Right.
do a refresh, see this color change, hopefully. There we go, up to 52% from 13 backers. It would be amazing if in the next 25 minutes this could stretch out. And if someone wants to get any one of those very reasonably priced Renzo pieces,
right. And obviously they're unique. So once you buy them, they're gone.
There you go. Jasper says, I might want a Renzo page. Quietly the best artist in this space. Jasper is a big Renzo fan. He really loved his work on Coney Waves. And he's definitely one of those guys who just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, Renzo is outstanding. He's so good. I don't want to work with anybody else. It's funny because Mark Miller said, "Oh, that art is so good." So I told Renzo, if anybody's gonna steal you, and it's Mark Miller, just remember me when you're a millionaire. And then Renzo said, "If I'm a millionaire, I'm working for you for free."
Zacton, so currently the bundle is for issues 1 and 2, but John is going to get his guy onto making a bundle for covers A and B of issue 2. So that's in the works. So hang tight.
Yeah, the bundle is for both covers. I call it the Renzo cover and then the variant cover.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the bundle.
Yeah, definitely make sure you make a bundle of just issue 2 with both variants on it.
Right,
so,
right.
That'll I think people really want that because people want to get all the covers because you did some that people don't want. I get it, they don't want to choose. You had some.
Well, that's what this bundle is. Oh, okay. This is.
Yeah, this is 1 and 2. So this is
okay, guys. That's supposed to be both covers bundle.
Yeah.
Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake?
No, you can just add it. You can add a new bundle, create a new bundle, call it Heroic Tales Issue 2 Covers A and B Bundle.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this bundle was supposed to be both covers bundle.
Oh, well,
that was so you only get hit with one shipping. So that's all right. So
well, you're just gonna have to create a new bundle at some point. What's up, David L? Thank you so much for the bogan chat there. This is a great series, says Fabrizio, with some great dudes making it backed. Thank you very much, Fabrizio.
Yeah, Fabrizio has a page in this comic too. He had a page. Fabrizio did a page of the Hostess Cupcake ad in issue 1, and I don't want to spoil it now, but he's doing another ad for issue 2.
All right, we haven't even gotten to the book yet. So for anyone who hasn't read Heroic Tales issue 1, where are we up to in the story? What's happening?
Each issue is a standalone story.
Mm-hmm.
Because I when I made number 1, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make number 2. So I read a couple of crowdfunded comics that end on a cliffhanger. You wait years before the part 2 comes out, or you never get it. So I said, I want each issue to be complete. Just like when you bought Marvel Comics, for me anyway, in the 80s, each issue was a story on itself, but like Legos, they stack on each other. So they reward the long-time reader. So that's what I want to do. So each issue, the Mary Sue story is a complete story. It's the origin of Mary Sue, but it also kind of ends on a cliffhanger. So, in Heroic Tales 3, I'm going to pick up right where that left off and continue, but you're not going to have to need to read issue 1. You know what I mean? Each issue stands on its own.
So you can come in at any point
and
just run in with the story. And if you then want to, you can go back. That's how it used to be with comics.
Right.
You come in at any point, you can pick up a story. And then if you want to go back, you can go back and see what he got up to previously and get a little bit more of the lore and everything, which is how comics, other American superhero comics, have been written. Going all the way back. 15 backer says Marcus Killigrew. Brian Criscow just backed as well. Thank you so much, Brian. It looks like we're getting very close now.
S. Harper says, rather than canceling my order, just throw me a coin and ship both books. Sure, but you're gonna have to remind me because this isn't gonna ship.
Make sure you send him a message, otherwise, because it's probably gonna ship. I don't know when it's gonna ship.
It's actually going really quick.
Oh, good.
I have 3 people making 3 ads for the comic, and I told them, "Yeah, take your time." I just messaged him yesterday. I said, "Renzo is finished with all of his other obligations, and he's burning through the pages. So, we might be. I don't want to jinx it, but we might be able to ship early."
Love to hear it. Down Goes Solo just backed as well. He got that Josh Howard, Jose Garcia combo. That's this one here. Fantastic looking pair of double covers here. Remember, this is a flip book, so you get 2. There's no back cover. It's 2 front covers.
Right.
And the contents, obviously, I imagine, are also flipped as well. So at some point you're reading.
I was saying that before.
Actual comic.
If you're reading the Patriarch story, you're going to read the Patriarch story. You're probably going to see the ads. You're probably going to see the letters page. I think that's how I'm going to set it up. And then all of a sudden, Mary Sue is going to be upside down.
Yeah.
And then you flip it over, and then it's going to, oh, look, Mary Sue's on the front. So you get to bag and board it and decide which character you like better. One guy's going to be suffocated by the backing board, and hey, Renzo's here.
Speak of the devil. He says it's his best work so far. You will love it. Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing, I think already Coney Ways was a big step up in your quality, and now this just looks to be a continuation of that. So I'm super pumped that
Brian Bow is in the chat. Brian Bow is the creator of Wolf and Batsy, another wonderful comic. Oh, Horace H. Hoover is the comic that Fabrizio Aiello makes.
Yeah, I still have to read Horace. I've been meaning to get to it for so long.
Horace H. Hoover was in, and Wolf and Batsy were in Heroic Tales #1. Will they be in issue #2? I can't spoil it.
No spoilers.
I can't spoil it.
58% says S. Harper. We have 15 minutes left. We could probably get there. There's more people back. Tell us a little bit about. Actually, I want to know about this guy. Who is this?
That is the Subterranean.
He looks like a fungus man.
Yeah, he rules the caverns below Science City. In the darkness where only mushrooms and things like that grow. So he has these mushroom minions, so he's inspired by the Mole Man.
And we see the Patriarch here down, hopefully not out.
Yeah.
And your classic comic book hero in peril cover there.
Just imagine an intelligent, evil Hulk
fungus man
with fungus powers.
Look at these guys here.
Those are the others. Those are the mushroom minions.
Mm-hmm. Are these the others up here with the tongue?
Yeah, those are the others. They are brought to Earth by meddlesome, by not abiding by safety protocols. OSHA is established for a reason, ladies and gentlemen, and they didn't follow. Mary Sue tried to enforce OSHA regulations. They didn't listen, and now the others are here.
I have been loving your subterranean New York photos, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I'm so mad that I didn't take more pictures while I was in a really deep down, because we were working on subway tunnels and stuff like that.
You should definitely get a comic on that, like down underneath the city. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's when Chris Claremont was talking about the Morlocks living below the city, he wasn't lying, because there are homeless people that live down. We actually would buy them lunch, and they would guard our gang boxes, because if you didn't, there was going to be poop all over your gang boxes. You know what I mean? So it was like a payoff. That was just.
David says any TNA page. Well, I don't know if it's a spread, but there's a little bit of.
That is the first page of the Patriarch story. That's his wife.
Total,
Yeah, and it's funny because I described it, or sent the script to Renzo, and when he sent it back to me, I was like, throw a towel on her. So it
reminds me a little bit of the old Spider-Man, when he would come home after fighting Venom, and
it's funny because a few people were like a little shocked when they saw this, and I'm like, guys, the Bronze Age had this kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Bronze Age had a lot of suggestive stuff. Now, I showed this to my wife, and she was just like, it's acceptable. She goes, it's sexy. It's not exploitative, you know? So, you know, this page, I will be using a little bit of a creative word balloons.
Well, she's already got some, you know, very tastefully placed soap bubbles. So,
right.
you know,
And the patriarch's wife, unfortunately, was burnt in a story that I'll explain later. Yeah, but he loves her. The dialogue to this is that they're planning their day together. He's got 7 kids. We're going to spend the day together. But if you scroll up a little bit, just scroll up. I know everybody's distracted by the beautiful woman in the shower. He turns on the TV. That was his fatal flaw.
he sees something
On
and
the
now
news.
he's out.
So she
Irish
comes out,
goodbye.
he's flying away and the news is on. So I'll have a caption there and explaining what's happening. And she's a good woman. She understands. He's a hero. He's not going to let the bad thing happen.
There's a real life patriarch in the house. We've got
Hey,
Joe
Joe
here.
we were just talking about that.
Yes. That's my rule too, John. If the wife isn't offended, then it's okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, great. Brian.
Omnipobe says, I hope you got my contribution. Let's go up. Let's go have a look here and see what we're up to, because we had 15 last time I counted.
Yeah, Kickstarter.
17.
17.
Excellent. Getting
Right.
very close. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm more concerned with the backer numbers. My last campaign on Fund My Comic, I had I'll tell you,
I think it was
247. I had 247 on Fund My Comic, 53 on so that rounds off to 300, and then I had 10 on Indiegogo. So 310 is the number that I'm hoping for. Of course, the money is great. Let's be realistic, but like, you know, and I'm looking at the transactions. I recognize a lot of names. I'm not saying the names because I get their real names. You know what I mean? That's not right. But I do see a couple of names that I don't recognize. And thank you to the news. Thank you for the old people. You know, thank you.
Yeah. If there's good word of mouth and there's good buzz, hopefully you get back all the people who came on for issue 1 and now they come for issue 2. But then you also capture people who are like, oh, I've heard good things about it now. And plus there's more to read.
Let me ask you this. All the people that backed the 1 and 2 bundle, did you think you were backing both covers?
I think it looks pretty clear that you can see it. They got the picture right there. It looks like number 1, and it actually says number 1 and 2 bundles. So,
okay, because if you guys, I know there's gonna be more work for me, but there's 5 covers of issue 1. So let me know what cover you want. You know,
it looks like there's only 1 backer of that anyway. So I think if you add in another reward with the covers A and B of issue 2, I think that'll do well.
Right. So
yeah, exactly. Paul F's right there. I didn't back it because I thought there was issue 1 in there. There you go.
Okay. So I don't want people to be like, oh man, but yeah, I gotta make issue, you know, issue 2 bundle with both variants.
Yeah.
So, because I don't want people to get hit with the
people want to get both these. They want to get the Renzo and they want to get the Jose and Josh covers. Right. They want to get the lot. And also that cosplay cover is coming soon as
correct.
Well.
And if you do back, because according to, if you back the add-on of issue 1 and you pick a cover, but you know, it shouldn't add the extra shipping. I told them to, you know, $10 is fine shipping in the United States for 1 comic, 2 comics, or 3 comics. You know, so if you back that and send me a note, I wanted, you know, the number 1 and the variant. I know I'm making this complicated, but I did the same thing for the first launch. That I had to fix it on the fly because you know.
So we got the patriarch flying off, getting dressed mid flight. Something happening. Maybe someone stuck down a well.
Yep.
And we have to find out in the story, and
I just want to point out starts. Right there that man with the beard. That's if you read issue 1, the suit. He was young. That's the same character. Lucius Kane, he's now the mayor of Science City, and it's like Lucius Kane the patriarch knows he's a bad guy. Lucius Kane knows the patriarch knows that he's a bad guy, but he's the mayor. Just like Superman can't just take out Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
or Daredevil in the new Born Again show.
And that's Regina Lopez returning, the stalker reporter. She's back. And then here's artwork from the Mary Sue.
Mary Sue. Is this a different colorist on this one?
Yes, the first colorist is Daniel D.L.S. Silva Rodriguez. He's like the colorist of the Patriarch. I want to keep things same. You know, I'm too anal retentive. So Oscar is coloring Mary Sue. So
Simpsons reference there. I got that one. Yeah, this looks quite different. I like both of them, but this one's this is
yeah, Oscar. They're both so good. You know, and Oscar is so. So as you can see, there's mishap, there's mayhem, there's problems.
Yeah, these aliens do look like a bunch of naughty boys. What are they doing here?
Yeah,
causing trouble.
Everything is kind of inspired by Dungeons Dragons. Like I explain my comic book because it's superheroes, Dungeons Dragons with a touch of Lovecraft. So if anybody is a good longtime D&D player, you should recognize the creatures that I'm referencing. You know.
So is this Mary Sue here? Is this?
Yeah, that's Mary Sue.
She's going to become Mary Sue.
Yeah.
Like
she's born Mary Sue. That's her name.
Right. Okay.
She's one of those superheroes that doesn't have a superhero name. You know, like Nick Fury. She's Mary Sue.
She's about to receive the power.
You know, that this is her family. That's her grandmother. Her story is in the 1950s. Her grandparents fled Mao Zedong in China.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they're Roman Catholics, and you know that doesn't fit in with the communist China. And there was a big purge of 55 million people were rounded up and killed in the 50s in China. Nobody ever talks about that Holocaust, but it was, you know, worse. Mao Zedong killed, I think, up to, like 100 million people.
The steel melting fiasco.
You know, so they fled. They made it to America, paupers, but they worked hard. They opened up a corner store, and then their son, Mary Sue's father, turned it into Sue Mart. So, Mary Sue grows up beautiful, wealthy. She's got multiple PhDs. She's the perfect girl, but she's the perfect girl in her grandmother's eyes. She's a good Catholic. She's a virgin. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She goes to school and people tease her, because she's a good girl. That's why she joins this, what they call the St. Thomas Society. That's the shirt that she wears. Yeah, there we go.
Speaking of shirts, a lack thereof.
When monsters attack you and there's explosions, the buttons fall off. It's comic book physics.
The Don just backed. Thank you, Don.
So Mary Sue, it's.
So we're gonna find out why you potentially very cheekily named this character Mary Sue in this book.
Because I remember I told it on Peter Samedi's channel, and he begged me to change the name. he doesn't like when I tell that story, but I was playing with the idea of like, all right, I'm gonna make if every girl is a Mary Sue character, I'm just gonna make a Mary Sue character. I'm calling her Mary Sue, and she has the ability to rewrite reality, like the Scarlet Witch. She could alter probabilities. That's why this story is called Endless Possibilities. But she's very intelligent. Like I said, she's 22 years old. She has multiple PhDs, but can you predict the outcome of the butterfly effect? So if she rewrites reality, so Michael Bancroft gets hit by a car, okay?
Ouch.
She rewrites reality so that car, instead of hitting you, that car goes over here, and then instead of you dying, the driver dies. Now, what are the repercussions of that? Like, what if the victim was a serial killer? What if the guy who lived was a serial? You know what I mean? So she doesn't know. So every time she uses her powers, it could change reality.
What if you killed Hitler as a baby?
Right. Would somebody else have arisen worse, or would it never happen?
Justice says, awful name, go Pete. He's with Pete. He says Pete is the man.
Cute. At least she's cute.
Rose says Pete has wisdom.
Well, he's been in the business 22 years. Me, only 1 year. So yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
But
thank you, Mike. Wow, big super chat here, $20. Thank you very much.
Oh, I would be remiss my duty to say yes. Marshall Strong he has a cameo in this comic, because Marshall. It's no secret that this comic is inspired by my role playing game. My buddy Mike, who this is right here, he role played the character Marshall Strong, Colonel Strong. He's like Nick Fury and Captain America merged together. So I put a cameo of him in this comic, and I have a big story that I want to tell about him. But Mike is making his own Marshall Strong comics that's live on Kickstarter right now. If you go to Thunder Zone Comics, you could buy the Marshall Strong comic.
There you go.
Issue
Well,
one,
even though it's answered, I still have to read it out because it is a $20 super chat.
Oh,
Issue
I'm
2
sorry.
looks fantastic. Love the trailer. Was that a Marshall Strong sighting? Thunder Zone Comics on Kickstarter. Go check it out. And thank you very much for the super chat, Mike. That's incredibly generous.
To the point, I would like to, at some point when he's finished with his obligation for Thunder Zone Comics, I'd like to bring his comics into my fold because it's the same universe.
Moromi says it's because time travelers will kill the time travelers, killing him. All right, now you get stuck in a loop.
Well, issue 4 of Heroic Tales deals with paradoxes and time travel, so we'll see how that works. These are all the cool things,
the add-ons and things that we talked about earlier, including the just if you have got a party, buy 30 Heroic Tales pint glasses.
There you go.
Why not? Get some trading cards.
The guy version of a Mary Sue is called a Gary Stew. And no, Mary Sue is not going to get married to Gary Stew.
Oh, come on. You lean into the bit. You got to go all the way.
These are all the cards that were available at issue 1. These were the stretch goal cards. Unfortunately, only the 4 of the cards got released. The 3 girls, the Patriarch and Boss Moxie. So Dr. Robug and Lucius Kane, the suit, are hidden cards. You know what I mean? They didn't release. So, but you could buy all 7 of them in a pack of $10. I'm basically breaking even on that. I'm sure you understand how expensive cards are to make.
Well, luckily for me, I print in Australia and I sell to Americans, and there's a good exchange rate. So I make profit out of the exchange rate. So if I was in America, that would be completely screwed. But then Australia has a crazy cost of living, so it all evens out in the end.
Zach Tan is asking, do you need me to back now or should I wait for the but that's up to you to decide. It's up for a couple of months. So
yeah, I mean, I think what he's saying is you're gonna add that, but you're gonna add a new bundle, that has.
Yes, I want to add a bundle of both versions of issue 2.
Yeah, these where are these 2 covers here? So that one and then that one,
right?
In the one bundle. All right, everyone's saying hello to Georgina Floyd. Welcome, Georgina Floyd. Let's do a refresh here, see how close we've gotten. Up another backer, over $600 now, 60% funded. Now you're going to do a live stream after this?
I've been drinking coffee. I'm nervous, so I'm going to be up all night.
Do you have that live stream set up? Is it all ready to go?
No, I'll do it right now while you're talking.
Yeah, get that set up so that we can do a raid, because we've got 50 people and 55. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out and helping make this a big splash. We would love to see this get funded tonight, and that would be amazing. You never know what everyone's up to during the day. While John is doing that, I want to show you guys something that I did that I think is kind of cool. Let me go solo. Got these yesterday. I did a little video of it. So, I can't do the normal trading card foil thing. I looked into it, was like $6 a pack. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But I didn't want to just send the cards out. I'm going to put them in a plastic sort of sleeve and a clear sleeve. I want to just, present them. So I had this made up, and it's kind of like a little card slip thing, and it's going to have a little sticker there so you can like pop it open. And it's gonna, all the cards are on the inside. Look how shiny that is. And it actually says how many I printed. So I've printed 200 of the base card sets. And what is that? 53 and 16 of the rare and ultra rare. So the cards are going to lay, there's going to be 5x5 or 5x4, depending if you get the chase card. They're going to lay flat in there. That goes like that. That goes into either an envelope or a mailer, depending on how many you got how many you ordered. A lot of people ordered 2, so they'll get it in a mailer, but some people just got the 1. So either way, just different envelopes essentially. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That's the first thing. And the cards themselves should be arriving in about 6 days, I'm told. So they got to drive down from Brisbane. So yeah, exciting things happening. It's good when the stuff gets out and into people's hands. And I like it's a good day when Michael presents to us. Well, it's good to have something to present. You're sending me an ultra rare, right? Good luck. I won't know. That's why I wanted to have it like this, so I couldn't see. It's just this is what I see. So that okay, you're getting this. I don't know. I don't know what's in it. I mean, obviously all the base cards will be in there, but what an extra card? Oh, you just have to wait and see. Damn, I missed out on the cards. Well, I will. I did overprint about. I think I'll have about 25 to 30 packs, but there'll be no extra rare cards in there. So, that had to be during the campaign period. That was part of the deal. And
the links in the private chat to the stream.
Thank you. But they'll go back up on the site, or maybe I'll just wait until the I'll probably just wait until the Fractured Mind campaign and just put them in that as a bundle. I think that's probably.
Are you really making ultra rare cards, or is it?
Yeah. Check it out. Actually, it's I'll bring it back. Okay, so look at this. So I did. Where is it? So this is just like this shows you what cards are. So imagine these ones get chopped down there. Yeah. So it's 9 cards is the base set, and they all sit like that with like 3 stacks of triptychs there on a page. And then this card here is the rare card. So I printed basically 1 in 3 packs will have this one randomly inserted into it.
Okay. Oh, so you're making packs like old school packs. Cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly. And then this one is the ultra rare, and then 1 in 10 packs will have this randomly inserted in there. And these ones are going to be have hollow foil on them, so they'll be like an effect.
I was always the kid that messed out, so my cards have an equal distribution. If you you just buy the cards you want.
I got the idea from my son he loves collecting things, little figures or whatever, cards as well. Trading cards, and he's always like, "Oh, this is the rare one. This is the super rare one." And he was always like, really loved it. So I was like, "I want to do something."
Some people love chasing those cards down. Me, I get frustrated.
Yeah, that is a thing. I can imagine, and it all depends on if people want to sell them.
And that's why I stopped playing Magic. I think it's a fabulous game, or at least it used to be. Now it's kind of crazy with all the extra power creep and card, but it's like, I got to go on eBay and spend $600 to play a game with my friends to get good cards to win. Well,
I'm not doing a game. On the back of these cards, let me actually show you. I'll pull out. They're sort of like.
Yeah, I wasn't implying that you were making a trading card game. No.
On the back of these cards, I'm doing something that I haven't really seen. Where am I? It's and I've got to sort of sit back because otherwise there'll be spoilers. There's actual little mini comic book pages.
Oh, cool.
With in canon kind of, I call them lore cards. Like that's actual little Easter eggs and stuff from the story. So,
right.
But I got to hold it back because I don't want to give away what's
like my cards. I made them look retro, like. Yeah,
you're doing something cool too. Like that, because I just think every single card I get is just stats.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Can you zoom on this? Make it big. I just want to explain. Like, if you get the card, like here's the Dr. Robot card. On the back, it basically tells you this is the stats. You could play Villains and Vigilantes with this card. And it tells you the history and everything like that. So, like, if you like a character in the next issue of Heroic Tales, you get the card. You're pretty much going to learn secrets about the character.
That's cool. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that you can add a little bit of extra stuff in there. Sumo says, I'm gonna have to get my old man glasses to read that. It's actually surprisingly readable. I was worried about that, Sumo, how small they're gonna print. But I wasn't a card guy either, Eric. And just over the course of getting all these crowd funds, I just really got into it. And now I actually really like my trading card collection I have. And I have hundreds now. So I thought, I always wanted to do one for myself. And I thought, let's do it before I start the thing. He also says, when did Bancroft have a son? When did that happen? 7 years ago. 2017 that happened. So probably before we ever met, I had a son. Let me do a refresh here on the campaign. See if we got any more backers here. All right, we're sitting on 18. Now I've got to set up the where is it? Okay, redirect.
Do I use? Somebody's asking if I use Mjolnir to crack the walnuts. I had a Mjolnir right here, and I don't know where it went. But I'll do the next best thing. I'll use Excalibur.
Oh, yes, very good.
The John Borman film. I had to buy a replica Excalibur.
You know, I haven't seen it in probably 30 years.
Oh
I need to watch it again.
I was obsessed with that movie as a kid.
Me too. I really, it was because it was so, there was nothing else like it, for at least that I knew of at the time.
Where's my Mjolnir hammer?
And
that's my go-to get out of my house weapon. Even in America, I live in New York. You can't shoot intruders, but you can't hit them over the head with a hammer.
Oh, dude, I live in Melbourne, Australia. You couldn't even slap an intruder without going to jail. They could literally be strangling you, and if you push them off you, you'll get arrested for assault.
True story, happened today. I get on the subway this morning. I'm in a New York City subway. I sit down. I'm looking at my phone. I'm checking off to see if the campaign's over, and a big homeless black guy sits down right in front of me. You know, there's like 7 people on this train, so it's not like he needs to sit right in front of me. And he starts staring at me, and he goes, "I'm gonna kill all white people and their women." And I'm just like, okay, glasses off, phones away. I got to pay attention. And I just sat there staring at him. You know,
did you have Mjolnir with you?
No, I wish I did. But I just sat there staring at him until he started going like this. And 2 stops later, he got off. I was like, Black Lives Matter is going to be in my neighborhood pretty soon.
Oh my God. Oh, well, enjoy all that.
Yeah.
Luckily he didn't, by the sound of it. Luckily he didn't. He just was probably trying to rise. You never know. You never know out there.
I want to start another Twitter name just called New York as a whole. You know, or New York gross. Just you know how I would put pictures of everything underground? I want to pick pictures of all the disgusting garbage all over Manhattan.
It seemed to be, I mean, just as an observer, I've never been. It seemed to be doing really well for a while there. And I was excited to go over and visit. And now everyone is just like, oh, it stinks and it's full of crazy people and it's dangerous.
And if you defend yourself, you go to jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let yourself be mugged. Yeah. You know, in New York.
Or at least, you know, get put on trial for friggin' 2 years and you have your whole life turned upside down.
Yeah. So that's me just trying to go to work. I'm like, all right. It's gonna happen. I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, I'm the only white person. I might be outnumbered here, but
I don't think everyone else is going to join in. Hopefully not. But they're not going to come to your defense.
Right.
That's for sure. Agent Cup says, "Yo, Bancroft over here. Guess what? What Agent Cup? We're about to end the stream, and I'm going to send everyone over to John's stream. Yeah, I'm going to go do some coloring. How about that?
All right. New York's all right if you like saxophones. That's a great song. I was just listening to it 2 days ago by Fear, one of my favorite bands.
There you go. There you go. All right, everybody. We're streaming tomorrow with Paul. Oh, yeah, that's cool. All right, so Project Gnosis is live on Kickstarter, so we'll be chatting with Paul about that. And thank you, John, for coming back to launch on the channel. It's always a pleasure hanging out and chatting and catching up. Everybody, do make sure you are, well, I'm going to send you over there, but make sure you subscribe to John's channel because you seem to be streaming all the time, just talking comics nonstop.
Yeah, I was just streaming earlier today. Was Reed Richards correct in saving Galactus's life? It was a good philosophical debate.
There you go. All about superheroes and comics and John's guest. So go check it out. And of course, have a look at Heroic Tales issue 2. And let's get this thing funded tonight. Just get it out of the way. And that will be awesome. I put the link
to my chat in the private chat if you want to throw it out there. And then give me 5 minutes.
It's gonna get sent right over. No problem. It's already saved. It'll be an official Bogan raid. So it'll all happen automatically. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.
All right.
Bye.
Join me over.
Perth made an Australian video and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.